Hello, I am the ThousandPoundPig, and it's time for another Smite patch. This time there's a ton of new skins, including the new god Serqet. I'm going to put a list on the side of the screen with a list of the contents, basically. I'll be talking about the new god. I'll be breaking down all the gods, like what's changed with them. I'll be talking about the new ward skins, new avatars and things like that. New improvements to the HUD. Changes to items. And maybe a bit of discussion about the current meta and how this patch might change it. So first off, we got to try out Serqet, the new god. Serqet is the way you say it. Let's hear that again.
Serqet.
Serqet.
I guess I'm going to have to get my hands dirty again. Not that I mind being a little dirty from time to time, mind you.
Alright, so here's Serqet, the goddess of venom. She has a Pommy accent and a tail. She is, of course, a human. And I don't like that. I'd rather not have all the gods be human, but this was a good chance for her not to be, but she is. And she's a jungler. First, her passive Serqet's basic attacks apply Catalyst, which consumes her lingering poisons. The target is affected by 2 or 3 different lingering poisons. They take additional damage. So basically, it sounds like damage like Agni. What does that say? Whoa. And this. Okay, I need to read those abilities. Robot, leave me alone. And this. Oh, a jump. Interesting. So, why didn't they do this to Agni? Her first ability, Serqet dashes 3 times from side to side, dealing damage and applying deathbane poison to each enemy hit. This ability can critical hit, and Serqet is immune to knockup while dashing. So, look at this. That's kind of weird. It's like Genesis' ability. What the hell? Oh, okay. So it's only one cast, but it has a weird path. Ow. Her next ability is called Cobra's Kiss. Serqet launches her 2 blades forwards, dealing damage and applying the Cobra's Kiss poison. So this seems to be her main damage ability. That's basically what it is. It's just a straight attack and you poison whoever gets in front of it. What? The third ability is Serqet enters stealth and may leap to a target location, dealing damage to enemies. She will stay hidden until she leaps or cancels this ability. Enemy gods within range will reveal her. So let's try that. Okay. So really, she goes stealth, but she stays in one position. Okay. That kind of sucks. So she does go stealth, but she stays in the same position. Her ultimate is called Last Breath. Serqet leaps to an enemy, stunning them, applying the Last Breath poison, then pushing them 30 units away. The Last Breath poison deals damage over the next 5 seconds and prevents healing. If an enemy dies while infected with Last Breath, they will explode, applying the poison to all nearby enemies. So let's try this ultimate. First we gotta find Ra. Here he is. And we gotta jump on him. See, it's not much of a jump, it's basically right in front of her. That's her jump. Whoa! Well, there you go. See, so it doesn't do much instant damage, but it does damage after she hits them, of course. And it's, I wouldn't really call it a jump. It's more of a, I don't know, a tiny dash. Personally, I think she's going to be kind of a crappy jungler, but she's going to be really annoying in the late game because she has poison, which doesn't really affect armor. That's kind of why I like Agni. You can just hit someone and then run away. Your job is done, basically. But let's test out her jokes.
They say poison is a woman's weapon. But I say, would you like some tea? I never stung anyone who didn't deserve it. For the most part. Don't be afraid, darling. Scorpions are just nature's way of combining lobsters, spiders, wasps, and nightmares.
And let's hear her taunts.
Pick your poison. This is one tail you don't want to chase, darling. Pick your poison. Aw, is that the best you can do? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were another minion. Get over here. Dressed like that.
Ah, you hear the Scorpion reference? A ton of skins have come out. Skins and new cards, and we'll go through each of those individually. First is the SSwagni skin. There he is. Ugh, so much swag. And also there's another thing. If you put your mouse over a skin, the card for it pops up, which is really cool.
Out of mana. Return to base. Enemies in left lane. Help right lane. Defend. Attack fire giant.
Of course, it costs 600 gems, which is kind of sad. So, if you look at the way he runs, thankfully the swagger is back. But let's look at the abilities.
Ooh, it burns. Swag the chin slap.
Oh my god. He throws out paper and the sprint.
A man's gotta eat.
He throws out money behind him and his purple flames, of course. Let's hear his jokes.
I'm not OP. I'm OG.
Oh, come on.
Your mama's so big she takes up 2 lanes and the jungle.
Oh, nice.
My swag is too strong to be joking around. Your mama's so big she takes up 2 lanes and the jungle.
Very cool. Let's hear the
You
taunt.
play with fire, you might get burned. Don't make me break these gators off in your narrow behind. I'm gonna say a prayer for you. Dear gods, please give them the wisdom to recognize that they are way too weak to be going up against me. See, the difference between you and me is I make this look good. Stay in the church.
Wow. So much swag. So jealous. I wish I had half as much swag as him. And let's try his ultimate. Come here. Oh, well. Make it rain. God. Pretty good skin. I like it. Aphrodite has a new card. Her Majestic skin. As you can see right there. Which really, that seems to suit the same style as Freya's new skin, which we will get to later. Apollo has a new skin and of course a new card. It is called Elite Agent, which a lot of people have been waiting for. It's Spec Ops Apollo basically. Let's see their voice pack.
Attack middle lane.
Isn't that the same voice pack as normal?
Ultimate is ready.
And the card of course, so we'll try him.
Agent Apollo, status report.
Insertion complete, Control. Ready to proceed.
No follow-up joke this time?
I thought I'd take a go at being professional for a change.
Trying to impress me?
Yeah, I want to show you how long I can keep it up.
Please.
Wow. So a bit of dialogue at the start with someone else besides himself. That's interesting. So this is Secret Agent Apollo. Let's check out his abilities. His 1. Oh, he throws some shurikens or something. His 2. That's some kind of flashbang. And his 3. Ha! Explosions. Okay, his jokes.
Apollo, is it true you play a liar?
That's right, love.
I'd very much like to hear it sometime.
Are you asking me out, Control?
No, just toying with your emotions. It's a slow day here.
Now be honest, Control. Are you as attractive as you sound?
Oh, now be honest, Apollo. Are you as thick as you look?
One way to find out, love.
Apollo, does it bother you killing all of those minions?
I wouldn't be very good at my job if it did.
I'm sorry, Agent. I've been told this mission would be more challenging.
No worries, Control. I don't mind slumming it.
Let's try the taunts.
Do you feel lucky? Well, do you?
You watch too much telly, Apollo.
You play too many games, Control. The name is Apollo. Agent Apollo.
Agent, who are you talking to?
He does have a really cool ultimate. Look at this.
Requesting evac.
Evac confirmed.
Look at this. You're in a heli basically, and you're not actually in a heli. You're right below it. Oh, that was cool. I never knew you shot as he fell down.
Apollo! Apollo!
Ah, Solid Snake reference. Arachne? No, nothing. Ares doesn't have a new ability, but there's a new rank 2 Voidstone, which I will talk about later. It's an aura item, so Ares has been buffed by quite a bit, and we'll talk about that later. Artemis's Stalker skin has a new card. Bastet has a new skin, or maybe this is the old skin. This looks a lot like the Catwoman one which she used to have, but they had to change that because DC obviously didn't like that.
I'll defend the Gold Fury. Completed.
So not really much, but let's try it out. So let's try out Bastet skin. Let's try out her jump. Still the same. The second one is alright, she shoots a gun.
Hold this.
And she uses her whip on a third one. Okay. The jokes.
That's confidential information. If I told you, I'd have to kill you. Sorry. Agents don't screw in light bulbs. we shoot them out. Why do I need these goggles again? I can already see in the dark. Sorry. Agents don't screw in.
And let's try
We
Trance.
shoot them out. Looks like they sent some fresh recruits for us to destroy. You can't honestly think you can take me, do you? You should consider surrendering now. You can't honestly think you can take me, do you?
And let's try out the ultimate. I expect it to be something different than just cats.
How do you like that?
Black cats. Pumas. That's kind of stupid. Here is Freya and her new Golden Lights card. Looks a lot like Aphrodite's Majestrix skin. Maybe they're trying to go with that style now. Guan Yu has had a balance change. His conviction ability, his physical protection, has increased from 30 to 45%. This should make him a bit more viable as a tank and a solo laner, which he really needed. I don't know if it's that much, but we'll see. Hebo has been nerfed a little bit. His steady blow passive magical power is down 2% per stack. It's not much, but because it stacks, you know, it adds up. Hercules' Grand Slam skin. It has a new card, and of course it's been remodeled. He doesn't have such a tiny head now. He has a new voice pack as well.
Enemy missing! Out of the park! Chase the enemy!
Honestly, I expect it to be much more manly.
Going into the jungle! Enemies in left lane!
Don't like it. And he still has a small head. He also has the gold and legendary cards. See, there's a gold one, and the legendary is basically the same. Mitigate wounds has been changed. The damage return as healing has been reduced from 120 to 110, so it's not that much. And his excavate ability, which is his ultimate where he throws a huge boulder, it no longer causes knockback on the first hit, which I really like this change because it only causes knockback on the first hit rather than all the hits, or rather either all or nothing. So it just makes it a bit more intuitive. Janus has been changed, he's been nerfed, he's been really popular in the competitive scene lately. A lot of people have been playing him, finally. Basically, well, besides the new golden cards, the portal is now CC immune targets will no longer take damage from it. So if you use your Aegis at the right time, you won't take damage from it. You know. Unstable Vortex, it's a lot easier to hit now. It's more closer together, so this is the second patch in a row which they've made it easier. I don't like them making stuff easier so much, but yeah. Magical damage scaling overall has been reduced by 10%, so that's kind of a huge nerf. So yeah, he should be easier to play and less powerful. Kumbhakana has been changed again. His Mighty Yawn ability has changed once again. Mighty Yawn has been changed again. Its cooldown has increased 2 seconds, while the radius has reduced 25 to 20. So this is more the kind of nerf people wanted from him. Now he isn't so scary thanks to his Mighty Yawn. Loki, not a change just for Loki, but it also affects stealth as well. Basically, when you recall, you press B, your stealth will be broken. You used to be able to press stealth and then recall while stealth, but now you can't do that anymore. Nua's Clay Soldiers, thankfully, will now have an improvement thanks to their performance. They won't lag so many people. Used to be able to put up heaps of Clay Soldiers in like the Nua matches of the days where they use heaps of Nuas, and you could just lag someone until they crash, which is really stupid. But now they won't do that as often, at least. And her fog cats in it, Bastet's cats, will now, or just minions in it in general, will now actually show as being white rather than just a normal colour. So that's just a graphical update. Osiris has been nerfed, which he really needed it. His slow has decreased to 10%, his slow duration has reduced by 1 second, and his physical power scaling reduced 10%. So that's overall changes to Osiris, not individual abilities. In Rama's first patch since his release, his basic attack animations now come from his bow instead of his stomach, which was always kind of weird. A bunch of messaging sounds and tooltip issues have been fixed, so it seems like they kind of rushed out Rama last time. Improved visual effect on his astral arrows, and when he does have his astral strike, he has a new graphical effect on the bow. So that would be similar to when you see Apollo or Agni's passive above them on their character model. Thor apparently now can't teleport onto his tectonic rift, so a lot of people were saying RIP Parkour Thor. I never really heard of Parkour Thor, I've never really seen it as well. And Ulla's ultimate now gives you a proper 1 second cooldown, so you can't spam it and do it immediately anymore. A bunch of other things have changed. This is my profile, which isn't loading for some reason, but Goodwill is up there now. Goodwill up the top. If you go to the home screen, you can see a few things have changed as well. Down here, where the wards are, you can buy new wards. Let's check them out. What's this one? You've got mailbox, so it's just a mailbox. Alright. What's this one? Goldie? It's a fish. That's kind of cool. I like that one. Fluffy manticore. That's kind of cool. And the air support one. But that one actually comes with a bundle, which I will show you. This bundle. It's called the Special Ops bundle. There's Bastet's backup skin. It has Apollo Special Ops skin, and it has the Ward, which you will see fly in right here. Pretty cool bundle. I think that's 900 gems instead of just 600 for one of them. But anyway, down the bottom again, you can see here. Boosters. Yeah, you can get boosters, unfortunately, so you can just put some gems into the game and you can get some extra favor, extra experience. I really don't like that. I'd rather someone get to 30 the old-fashioned way, so they actually deserve to get to level 30 rather than just buy their way to level 30, basically. But almost every free gamer has this, unfortunately. Down the bottom you can see the menus have changed. The party now has its own little box. The friends list, of course. You can add friends that way. And what's this thing? Notifications. I also heard that notifications have been changed, so you will now get a little notification screen down the bottom right hand corner like you used to, but you get that on party invites, clan invites, when a match starts as well. There's a few new avatars. You can see there's a few new countries. There isn't a Slovakia yet, unfortunately, but there's now Norway. I like this one as well, the Never Surrender. I would get that, but 200 gems for an avatar is a bit much. I could get that if I do the voice chat in game, which I might try that just to get the 200 free gems, or I might save it for something else. You can now customize your HUD a bit more. If you press escape in game, you go to HUD editor. You can see you can change your objective health, your objectives right there, and you can also reset individual parts to their default size, which I really do like. I could have that really big, and how do I change that to the default size? Reset? Yeah, it just makes that default size. Cool. And there's a new size all, which is global. So you could have everything really small, everything really big. Let's try it all really big. It's gonna look stupid. Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah. There has been a graphical improvement in game, which large abilities such as Hercules' boulder now have its own shadow. You can see it there on the left side of that boulder, which is pretty cool. Also, Sidon's Kraken will even have its own shadow. So, that's kind of cool. Like, you might have an ultimate, but does your ultimate cast a shadow? Nice little taunt. And Hercules' ball is so big it leaves a shadow. The item builder has had a few bugs changed with it. I'm not going to go over the bugs because they're just small things. But maybe the most notable change of the patch with items is the Bumper's Mask. You can see it looks a bit different now, because it is. You can see it only gives you 10 MP5, which is mana per second. But now it doesn't have 30 health, basically. You will now regenerate health when you're in a lane or when you're in the jungle camp. And you will do 10 true damage on basic attacks. It's not just true damage on jungle camps, it's true damage everywhere. But you do 10% extra damage when you are on jungle camps. At the moment there is a bug which, if you use Hand of Gods on jungle camps, it will do a little bit more damage than what it's supposed to. Apparently that's a bug, so for this patch, if you use Hand of Gods and Bumper's Mask, that's probably a good idea. But they might change that in an update. They might change that by the time this patch comes out, don't know. It kind of makes it essential, and it makes it more possible for unorthodox junglers, such as squishy mages. Because their health isn't there, they don't need that health, they can regenerate when they're in lane or when they're in the jungle. In consumables, there is Potion of Physical Might and the Potion of Magical Might. That has been increased in gold, so it now costs 450 instead of just 400 gold. Frostbound Hammer has been changed. Its slow has been increased 5%, so it is now 30% instead of 25%. Not that much, but it should make it more viable. Runic Shield no longer gives out HP 5. It now has 10 extra magical protection. It's now missing HP 5, which I just said, so it kind of hurts warriors sustain against mages some more, but you don't need Runic Shield so much, thanks to Ansel being right there. But a bunch of tier 2 items have been changed. On the Tree of the Heartseeker, Transcendent, and Hydra's Lament, Hydra's Star has been changed. It is now 265 gold less, which is huge, and now has a passive. I'll read it out. Passive is for 5 seconds after using an ability, your next basic attack will deal an additional 25% of your physical power as physical damage. The effect applies every 4 seconds. So I love utility, and it seems like they're going to be doing this through all tier 2 items. They're going to try to give it a passive so it fits. So those going to Hydra's Lament will just be a bit stronger this patch because they have that extra passive, and they're more viable early and mid game. The tier 2 item of Stone of Gaia has been changed as well, Emerald Talisman. The passive reads, regenerates 2% of your max health every 8 seconds. I really like this change. It should allow more people to go early Stone Gaia. Most people leave it to the late game to build that item. The tier 2 item of Frostbound Hammer has also been improved. Enemies hit by your basic attacks will move 25% slower for 1 second, so once again, that improves the utility of Frostbound Hammer. More people will choose that now. The tier 2 of Void Shield has been changed. The passive reads, reduces the physical protection of enemies within 55 units by 8. So that's cool. Another improvement to a tier 2 item. And here's a change to Ares I was talking about. This is Wardstone, the tier 2 item of Voidstone. The passive reads, reduces the magical protection of enemies within 55 units by 8. So not that huge, but this is an aura item, and thanks to Ares' passive, he receives a bonus based off every aura item, so it should make him more viable. So Solar Ares, Jungle Ares, Middle Ares, Tanky Ares, Carry Ares? I don't know, but he should be more viable all over the field now. So the current meta is the 4 people to ban are Aphrodite, Kumbhakana, Janus, and Osiris. That seems to be what a lot of competitive people are doing. Sometimes they also ban Hercules as well. Personally, I don't think Hercules is that scary. Janus isn't so scary as well in League mode because you need a lot of communication in that, so it helps when you play against teams with a lot of communication. And if you do ban Janus, but in League mode, I don't think it's as helpful banning him. Instead, I would rather ban Hunbats or Sylar. I still think they are both very viable. But first pick at the moment is usually Hebo and Loki, and they are game changers. Hebo can be quite flexible. He can play in the solo lane, the middle lane, and even jungle. And Loki, instead of just jungle, he's also been seeing some play in the solo lane, even middle lane, which I'm not exactly sure how. So I don't know too much about Loki. Obviously, if you watch my videos, you know I suck at him. You know I suck at him because I can't hit a lot of basic attacks with over 300 ping. So that's it. If you like the video, please let me know, leave a like, and do subscribe if you want, because I do plan to make more Smite videos, not just the videos of each patch. At the moment, I have got a lot of stuff in other games which I enjoy playing, but I always appreciate a Smite fan's opinion on those videos as well. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you do enjoy this patch. Do you like the SSwagni skin? Any special skins which you really like? Anything you think really needs to be changed, such as Arachne? Maybe the new god is too crazy. I don't know, let me know and we can chat about it. And I'll see you next time.